Let's go to our screen share. And I want to share this screen and hit share. All right, folks, welcome to our presentation, Building Basics on a Beginning Budget. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Earl Teets. I'm a home business coach with over 20 years in the industry of building home businesses. And what I'm going to share with you today are the fundamentals that will allow you to break free without spending any upgrade fees. How many times have you signed up for a program to learn how to do something and found out that the upgrade fees to get all the pieces to the puzzle were hundreds to thousands of dollars that you don't have in the budget? Maybe you don't have credit and you don't have a credit card to leverage that kind of stuff. We're going to learn today with this very presentation how to put a stop to that and enjoy the success that you deserve. So we're going to share some key steps to a foundation to a full-time income on part-time efforts in the first work quarter. Now, it's important that you recognize this. The most advertised assumption on the internet is an income for free based on posting in a social network of some sort in some way. And I'm here to tell you that is the farthest thing from the truth. I want you to look at common sense and logic for just a minute here. Okay? What part of free creates a transaction that pays another human being? If there's no money transacted, there's no money to pay you with. So if you believe that you're entitled to money just because you have something on the internet, you need to recognize the internet is not a welfare program. The internet does not guarantee you any money. The internet is nothing more than a communication platform. It can, however, propel you to unbelievable success when you're willing to implement what we share with you here. Now, developing a full-time income on part-time efforts requires, it's not optional, at least 10 hours a week of commitment to the process. Again, it's not optional. Operation expenses to do what we teach at solutionswillprofit.com are less than what a smoker on welfare spends cash money daily to smoke cigarettes. Now I want you to think about that. How much do they spend? Well, I hear the cigarettes are now up to $10 a pack times 10 or 30 days in a month. That's $300 that a poverty-stricken person who's food stamped to spend it finds cash money for a habit that they feel they deserve. Am I picking on people on welfare? No, I'm pointing out that entrepreneurship has a path of affordability that may be uncomfortable if you want it bad enough. Just like that smoking habit. No matter what happens in life, they still get them cigarettes no matter how broke they are. When you want entrepreneurship as bad as a smoker on welfare wants their cigarettes, you will start to see some doors open. The foundation that you're looking at has to be the truth, though. We're not going to give you any guarantees of income because income only follows actions, and we can't guarantee that you're going to put in the daily actions to profits that's necessary. However, we can share with you what has worked for us, and that's really key to your success. So let's go to our next slide. Why are you going into business? It's one of the first fundamentals every company teaches. Now, it must be more than to make some extra money. I want you to ask yourself this question: what would life look like now if there was an extra $500 to $1,000 per month in income? Think about that, really. If you had 100 days that you could say had no money to invest except your startup costs, so you could have an ID number to represent a product or a service that is marketed, and say during that 100 days, you wanted to gather one customer a day, and your strategy to do that would be to present the opportunity 3 times in one day. So 1 out of 3, if you fail 2 out of 3 times, can become a customer. What happens at the end of that 100 days. You now got 30 customers that are paying you a monthly residual income. And now you can use the leveraged efforts of those profits from your first 100 days to start utilizing those profits to be spent for advertising if you didn't have the advertising money in the budget. But why are you doing all this? To make that extra money. What if those 30 customers paid you out $20 per month? Think about how powerful that would be, okay? What if you got 100 customers that paid you out $20 a month? That would be $2,000. So think about how powerful the leveraged efforts can be. We'll speak on that a little bit later. But realistically, 1 hour a day to learn your home business trade, I hope that makes sense to you. If you've never been an entrepreneur before and you've never developed any skills before, there are skills to becoming a professional. In fact, especially if it's network marketing, those skills are important. When you learn how to apply those skills and you have the heart to follow up with daily actions, success is yours for the taking. The question is, do you recognize in order for your income to change monthly, something has to change in what you do daily? You have to be able to sow some action somewhere to get different results than what you've already seen, okay? So can you picture a victory of the first 12 weeks, bringing your goals into reality, okay? When all the questions are yes, you will set you set a schedule like a professional, okay? If you have a business, you have a schedule. If you have a business and no schedule, I can promise you this, you have no money, okay? So let's take a look at what we're looking at because this will help you. Daily action schedule is not optional. What are we looking at? Fundamentals, okay? You're going to build a list of contacts who would enjoy saving money, having solutions to problems that life has, and add to this list on a daily basis because you're doing something as an entrepreneur. If you don't have people looking at what you have to offer, you're not making any money. So you got to add to this list 5 to 10 people daily. Does this mean that you need 5 to 10 people sign up in your business daily? No, this means you're adding to your list daily 5 to 10 people who may qualify for your time to show them how to enjoy better money. How do they qualify for your time? They opt into your pages. They're not too scared to opt into a page. They will communicate with you when you call them or chat with them. So it's important to look at that. So what we need to look at is over 50% of the United States is less than $36,000 a year income. This means 1 of 2 people needs extra income. 1 of 2 people need extra income. That is so powerful for you to understand and grasp. Okay? So we take a look at that. 1 out of 2 needs extra income. It's been said that 3 out of 5 homes earning less than $36K per year pay over $100 for family entertainment. The largest ad spend on primetime TV is for people to feel better. So at Solutions Will Profit, we have all these bases covered. What are we going to look at? We need to look at basic fundamentals in our daily actions. If we know we only got 1 hour to be productive as an entrepreneur, do we know how to work smart? If we recognize that through time and effort, statistics has shown us that if we book 3 appointments, 2 aren't going to show up and 1 is. So if we set 3 appointments in a single hour that we have to do business, then we know that 1 of those 3 appointments is going to be there. We're working smart. And from there, all we got to do is follow up on the appointments and scheduling like professional business owners do. And we can enjoy the professional results that professionals get. Are you willing to spend 1 hour a day in training by reading or looking at a video to develop your skill sets that will be put into motion each day? More personal development, folks, means more money. So let's look at the fundamentals, shall we? Every harvest begins as a seed. You have to start somewhere. Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. If you're not putting in the work yourself, you could never expect other people to join your team and put in work themselves. You have to lead by example. What are we going to do to lead by example? We're going to understand the seed to your entrepreneurial harvest is the skill sets that you develop. Do you have the skill sets of knowing how to put together strategy, know how to communicate with people, and know how to analyze the actions that you took, what the results were, and see where you can improve on those very same actions to get even better results next time? It's important that you understand this. Is it an easy path? Absolutely not. You cannot purchase skills, folks. They are practice. It's like developing a muscle. At first, it's a little hard to do one push-up. But once you start doing 10 push-ups a day, pretty soon you could do 100 push-ups a day. Why? Because you're developing a muscle by doing something that muscle is not used to doing. Entrepreneurship is the same. You're going to practice skill sets. And if you stay in a comfort zone, like the picture here of Sylvester Stallone shows, comfort zones are nice places, but they are wastelands where nothing happens. And you have to realize 90% of startups go out of business that are offering you that great ground floor opportunity to the big bucks, because 90% of those business opportunities are advertising something for nothing. It doesn't exist. We're only going to reap when we sow. So it's important to understand that. What are we looking at to create success? You must choose discipline daily. Good or bad, the actions equal the results. So we can look at success leaves clues. What do we see in the daily habits of people? Millionaires read daily. Broke people, what do they do daily? Millionaires set goals daily. Broke people never set goals. Millionaires compliment one another. Broke people criticize one another. Millionaires embrace change. Broke people fear change. Millionaires understand the key to serenity is forgiveness. Broke people hold grudges, okay? Millionaires talk about ideas. Broke people talk about people. Millionaires continuously learn and develop their skills to learn how to have the heart and the talent to be successful at what they do. So you need to understand this. You know, Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to earn money while you're sleeping, you will work until you die. It's important to understand the mindsets. If you're looking for people to join your team, you want to look for people that have the mindset of the millionaire, not the mindset of broke people, okay? And if you're a broke person, there is a trail out of being broke, and we're sharing it with you right now. So let's continue on. Successful business has a budget and operation expenses. No matter how you look at it, a business that is bringing in money from actions that are practiced daily, producing profits, it costs money to do that, okay? So you have to look at, how am I going to handle these operation expenses? Am I expecting a free career that's going to pay me weekly on posting? No, okay? You have to recognize that. Business is run on a budget. The beauty of home entrepreneurship is you can attain an ID number with a company who has already put in the foundation and the infrastructure and done all the things to cross their T's and dot their I's to bring you a product or a service with a guarantee. If they're not satisfied, they get their money back. So there's no risk for you as the entrepreneur. The beauty is you didn't have to come up with the lease for the building or the payment for the building, okay? All of that infrastructure and cost and fundamentals are taken care of by the corporation, to where all you got to do is go out by word of mouth and create business. Thousands of people have become millionaires across the world by operating with this simple fashion. Okay, so it's really simple to recognize. Is it going to cost me money to run a business? Absolutely, it sure is. With our brand, solutionswillprofit.com, we run with the 4 most in-demand trends. They're going to have a demand as they rise from a couple $100 million potential in annual revenue to over $1 trillion in potential annual revenue over the next 7 years or so, whether you and I choose to participate or not. So to get an ID number with all 4 of those trends, we can use a very special tool called leverage, okay? This is professional business, folks. You leverage money, you leverage skills, and you leverage daily actions to multiply success. So if you do have the privilege of having a credit card, what you could do if you took all in on all 4 opportunities that we have in our individual brand, solutionswillprofit.com, you are looking at less than $3,000 out of your pocket expenses to begin a journey as an entrepreneur, bringing solutions to the problem that the world faces that are in the demand the most by the masses. Okay, that's half the battle right there. Okay, so if you leverage that $3,000 on a credit card to be all in all directions, guess what? Your monthly payment on that is usually less than $300 a month. You know, the smoker's budget. And now you have a set of actions that you can put into your business daily that's going to produce some results. So let's look at the fundamentals that we're going to use regardless of whatever it is that we use. I want to thank millionaire trainer Frank Calabro Jr. for producing this image. I took this image from a Facebook group I'm part of called planetmillionaire.com. I did not produce this image. Frank Calabro Jr. did, who is a United States veteran that went from 0 to $1 million utilizing the fundamentals you see on this very screen here. Okay, what are you going to do? The fundamentals of advertising and marketing. Now, if you don't have the fundamentals to do advertising, we are going to show you before this presentation how to get to the point where you have the advertising money, okay? Professional businesses advertise. What did we just finish watching this weekend? The Super Bowl. $5 million for a 30-second slot. Would you call that professional business? What were they doing? Advertising. Well, when you learn the fundamentals, it's pretty simple. First, you're going to create an online presence. Who are you? What do you got to offer? Next, you're going to generate leads. People who want what you have. You're going to follow up with those leads. If you've got the automation of technology, email marketing is powerful. Someone can opt into one of your pages at 3 in the morning while you're sleeping, see a video, give an honest presentation that you didn't have to give, and wow, make a choice to make a purchase. What makes them follow you and want to be part of your email marketing? Well, you're displaying social proof of what it is that you're doing and that you're getting paid. If you're following me on Facebook, in the last week, you've seen where I've demonstrated social proof of both earnings and tools that put money in your pocket. Next, we do live media, like this presentation we're recording right now. Gives you an education of how to be productive as a business owner with whatever it is that you choose to operate that caters to the masses so you can hang with the classes. I'm a firm believer that success leaves clues. And when you learn to follow the clues that have been laid in over time by success, it's kind of hard to miss the boat when you're striving for it, okay? The personal value you bring is you know that you're practicing something that works. Does that provide you an edge? Absolutely. Remember, 90% of startups go out of business in less than 6 months' time. Why? They're trying to reach people that are desperate and broke by promising them something for nothing. What does that do to the reputation of our industry? A lot of people think because business is online that it's automatically a scam. Folks, there are thousands and thousands of people who are earning hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars because they've understood how powerful the communication is with the power of online marketing, smartphone marketing, laptop marketing, however you want to do it. The fundamentals are always the same. As you see this circle complete, you're going to see business happen. So let's look on here, all right? Do not seek perfection, but progress, okay? Like I said, most broke people feel entrepreneurship is out of reach. The truth is a foundation can be laid in over time. If you have no ad spend budget, it doesn't mean that you fail. It means that what are you going to do? Well, you're going to develop the profits from communication daily to utilize as ad spend. How do we do that? We got 100 days to do business. We can connect with people on LinkedIn or Facebook or social networks. We can have chats with them to discover a problem that they're facing and schedule an appointment like a professional would for them to see a solution to a problem that they're facing, okay? It's really simple. 3 people presented to a day times 100 days, that's 300 presentations, okay? If you got 10%, that means you've got 30 producers, 30 customers, 30 team members. And now you've got some profit coming into your business from the actions you laid in as a foundation. Now you can start to utilize those profits to put money to work for you. Have you ever heard of this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, by Robert Kiyosaki, talking about how to put your money to work for you? Well, this is how you lay in the foundation. Are you willing to put 100 days of efforts forward that will put a foundation together that will allow you to put your money to work for you? And then what are you going to do? Well, you're going to practice the same thing, only now, instead of searching for people on the social networks, you're going to be able to advertise and have people opt into your pages and follow up with them. It makes your job easier, and it allows you to scale up and multiply the success in your business. But you have to recognize the simplicity. It's not perfection that we seek, it's progress. As you do 3 presentations a day, you might start out not getting anyone for the first 5 days, and then by the 6th day, you understand it's not about how desperate you are to get them in front of your information. It's how positive you are of having a solution that they've determined they need. You schedule that appointment like a professional, and they'll show up to that. How do you schedule the appointment like a professional? Well, you don't talk about the $1 million guru that's got the magic key if you'll just pay the upgrade fee. You talk about what matters to them. Well, if I understand what you're saying, $500 a week would improve the quality of your life to almost change your address. And if we could show you a way to do that without breaking God's laws or man's laws on a schedule of 1 to 2 hours a week consistently, you would dive on something like that. Is that correct? Yes, great. I'm glad we got that cleared up. Would 4 o'clock this afternoon or 7 o'clock tonight fit your schedule best to see how to get that problem solved? You see, when they realize they're going to a solution and not the latest and greatest biz op that's got a 90% chance of failing, they kind of show up to those appointments. They're excited about your enthusiasm because it's not the height of your logic that brings them to you. It's the depth of your conviction that you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, and it works, and most importantly, it pays out, okay? So we need to recognize that this is a process. So we take a look at that. What can we understand as far as basic simplicity? Daily actions add up monthly. You'll never change your life until you change something that you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. I learned this in person from a famous trainer by the name of John C. Maxwell. It really is amazing what happens when you're willing to apply yourself and you're willing to discipline yourself. How do you separate yourself from those who are earning and those who are failing to earn? You recognize that 90% of the people fail to earn because they fail to plan their work and work their plan. You have to create a daily action plan. Follow these steps to success, and success will hunt you down. It's not an accident. It's a reaction to an action. And the faster you catch on to that, the faster you find the success that you're striving for. Your actions will always follow your beliefs, okay? Do you believe that you're going to fail at everything you attempt? And if that's what's in your subconscious mind, you're going to draw a lot of people to you that feel the same exact way you do. And until you do something different in your daily routine that allows you to believe in yourself, you're not going to draw people to you that believe in themselves. So you have to look at the first basic fundamental taught by the most followed leader on planet Earth, whether you believe in him or not. Jesus Christ said, to him who believes, all things are possible. Are you willing to believe in yourself first? This is foremost and fundamental. And last but not least, never give up on your dreams. You just never know how close you are. Remember, in the famous book, Think and Grow Rich, there's a story about an insurance salesman who became one of the top insurance salesmen during the gold rush days ever. What was it that led him to be such a successful salesman? He was digging for gold. And he gave up digging for gold, and he sold his claim that cost him his whole family and everything. He finally gave up, and he sold his claim. And the guy that bought his claim started digging for gold. And 3 feet from where he left off, he found one of the largest gold strikes in California history. What did that insurance agent do? He said, never again will I stop 3 feet from gold. Every time someone tells me no, I'm going to go find someone that wants insurance that will say yes. And because he did that, he enjoyed the success that was available to so many. Folks, I really hope and pray that you see the basic fundamentals of what I shared with you. Entrepreneurship is never a free lunch, but in my opinion, it's the best tasting lunch that you'll ever eat when it's prepared properly. The question to ask yourself is, are you willing to practice what you just saw? Do you understand there's help for you each step of the way as you're willing to develop the skills that produce the pay? God bless you, and congratulations for taking some time today to see some truth that can set you free. We're going to stop our screen share, and we're going to stop the recording.